So that's good. You get those natural nutrients coming in, and that's just, going to allow those gardens to really kind of pop. So you have a couple of hours here. If you thought, oh gosh, I have the plants, they're just not, planted yet. Well, you'll see that you have about this much time. Yeah, you're going to have until the evening until we start to see that rainfall pushing in. Right now, you're going to find that those showers extend from northern lower across Lake Michigan, and then they're starting to build there into Illinois. So these are going to continue to push towards our south and east. This is all along and even just ahead of a cold front, because you're going to see the center of the storm well off towards our north. And that trailing cold front bringing in those showers. And as that line kind of builds, as it moves a little bit closer, you're going to find that that line becomes a little bit more solid, but that's going to be as it continues to push further eastward. So this, well, around 3, 4 o'clock, you'll have to keep an eye for a few of those initial showers, but it's going to be slightly after dinner that we really have that best chance for picking up some showers and maybe even a general thunderstorm. So if you hear that rumble of thunder, head inside for your Friday night. As we step into the weekend, here's Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Cold front has passed. We have a little bit of cloud cover, mainly east to 75, but the further north and west you are, including the metro, southeast Michigan, even towards Defiance County, you're going to find you have some sun to wake up to. So everybody's going to see some sun as we see that clearing starting to push in. So how much rain are we talking here? Because we are going to be using our watering cans later in the 10-day. But as far as that initial rainfall here for your garden, you're going to be looking at not a lot, because that line isn't just as solid when it's pushing through northwest Ohio. So we're looking at about a quarter, and even some of us might be able to get up to a ½ inch, but we're not talking a lot of water here. But I'm hoping that we get at least enough water to kind of cut the dust, cut the pollen, and give us a little spurts like we need out there. Weekend forecast, we do have behind the cold front cooler conditions, 67 on Saturday, but then we bring more heat on Sunday. So that is good news. If you like cold weather, you're going to love Saturday. If you like warm weather, you're going to love Sunday. Dry weather both days, and even some sun both days, but a little more sun on Sunday. We do even have a little bit of sun this morning, but now that we're in the 9 o'clock hour, we are at 60 degrees in Toledo. A lot of us are into those mid 50s throughout southeast Michigan. We have upper 50s to lower 60s across the Buckeye State. 80 degrees is what we're forecasting. That high. We'll have the evening rain as we go through the day, but that of course is later, so you have a couple of hours to plant. And then here we go, dry weather for the weekend. We kind of flop back and forth a little bit on that Saturday and Sunday with those highs, but you'll find 70s, and we finally turn the corner next week, 80s, and we stay in the 80s. So we have the heat that's finally coming in, but there's not a lot of rain to go with it. So watering cans, and we'll see, of course, really what that heat does and the dry weather on how things hold up here.
And we have a holiday weekend coming up there toward the end of the 10-day, so keep an eye on that too.
Some of the warmest temps we've seen so far this year too, right?
Yes, it looks like Memorial Day, the unofficial start to summer. The forecast knows that too. So.
Yes, finally on the same page.